Hello and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So, today we are gonna go ahead and carry on with Chapter 3. We already got Passion Lips SG1, and since we already have that, there's gonna be a few events that are gonna open up. And let me check. Yeah. So before anything else, let's go ahead and talk to all the important characters outside of the student council room. And then we can take a look at other things. Listen here, I know plebs envy the talented, but I'm an adult. Yeah, sure you are. So I'll let this be water under the bridge. But come on, there's no way even everyone can stop. Is there no way so everyone can stop forgetting about me? Even in the student council room, my name never gets brought up. You can't exclude people, it's not nice. I mean, you excluded yourself, but that's fine. I mean, yeah, you excluded yourself, so there's nothing really we can do here. Anyways, there's Anderson and Kiara. I looked over the data from President Leo. All the riggers have minds like humans, but what becomes a core is not an achromatic mind, but a mind which was discolored to begin with. These girls have been unbalanced from the very start. Please don't forget that. Care to listen to my dissolution impression, cast hastily with limited information? Although youth is a time where mistakes are permissible, the absolute entity who grants permission here is that BB. Did you meet Passionlip? I see. That woman is a bundle of narcissism. She appears concerned about others, but the reality is that her true nature isn't concerned. Since true natures can't be seen, her words can't be taken for anything other than for show. Words said for their own sake. My lord. It makes me shiver how empty they are, like a child doesn't know how to handle fire, warming up too close to the hearth. Even when she starts to char, she can't stop roasting her flesh. Now she can't even remember what she intended to do with all that flesh. That's her, right? That's the kind of woman she is. Let me see anything else. What is it? Someone to talk? Didn't you listen to me? No.
寄り道をするな。自分の価値を下げるなと。俺の話を聞いていなかったのか。ああ、聞いていなかったのだな。それは微笑ましい。お前は理想的な読者というやつだ。では、うちのバチ当たりの命令に従い、気安い話をしてやろう。
I don't have that currency right now.
3クローネで結構だ。今回はそうだな。マスターについて綴るとしよう。目録を選ぶがいい。
About me.
お前について正気か。随分と度胸があるのだな。いや、胸は人並み。むしろ控えめか。ないない尽くしにも程があるが。
アンデルセン、そこでなぜ私を盗み見るのです？
Buddy, come on.
いいぞ。この世界での需要は今や天井知らずだ。恥知らずな水袋どもに負けず、隅っこで生きていくがいい。
His grossly obscene meddling went too personal. If this was the Holy Grail War, I might have gone sword or death with his servant right now.
しかし。
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Something showed up here. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyways.
自己分析を他人に任せるとは、愚を通り越してもはや権威よかろう。遠慮なく見透かしてやる。などと勢いで見栄を張ったが、ダメだなお前は。典型的な汎用救世主型主人公だ。
Yeah, that seems about right.
読者に愛され、登場人物たちに愛され、結末にも愛され。つまらん。王道は俺の芸風ではない。俺ではお前を語ることはできんし、お前にそれだけの価値はない。おととい、いや、永久に問い返すな。は
あ、語るに足りないなんて、なんて心ないことを言うのでしょう。アンデルセンの毒舌にも困ったものです。ごめんなさいね。
バカめ、事実誤認だ。俺は語る気がないと言ったのではない。こいつには内容がないと言ったのだ。
No substance. Is that even a harsher impression of me?
ないものは語れん。お前にはまだ得たものが何もないのだ。俺が語るのは失うものの物語。人生を代償にし、何事かを打破しようとし、命を終えるものの顛末だ。しかるに、お前はまだ早い。俺は何かを引くことでしか物語を語れないひねくれ者なのでね。こんな寄り道はしないでいい。さっさと秘密の霧を払い、自分を知り、損益飛び交う未来へ走るがいい。
Anderson says indifferently. Maybe I'm imagining it, but this voice sounds like, the warm wishes of one praying for the safety of the young who are departed from battle.
まあらしくない。それともまさか根は優しいのかしら、アンデルセン。思わずキュンときちゃいました。お姉さんったらいけない気持ちになっちゃいそう。
Calm down, Kiara.
何がお姉さんだ、バチ当たりが。鏡を見てそのだらしない体を魚に自家発電でもしていろ、このエロアーマ
ー。なんてことを言うのでしょう。私のサーバントは本当にしようのない悪童ですわ。
I mean, he really isn't a kid, but whatever. Still have more to do.
あ
BB.
あ BB もマスターだったな。あの女はまあバカだ。どうしようもないアホだろう。一つのことを一つの目的のために多くを見失うもの、これをバカという。バカの恐ろしいところはな、多くのものを失うくせにその大事な一つだけは決して取りこぼさないことだ。
And what's that, Henderson?
質問に質問で返すが、そういうお前は BB をどう思う？バカか？邪魔か？
You can take a look at what other option is. She's stupid.
ではその行動をどう思う？
It's cute, I guess.
それが今現在お前が抱いている BB のイメージか。やはりお前もバカだな。ここが BB の支配下にあることを忘れて、よくも感想なぞ言えたものだ。後で仕返しされても知らんぞ。あの女は行為には嫌悪で、嫌悪には行為で返す。まあいいさ。BB がお前憎しで我を失い、俺たちのことを見逃してくれれば助かる。BB は悪であり、我々の共通の敵だ。俺とキアラに戦う力はないので、お前の活躍に寄生する。
Yeah, pretty much.
その規制の代金として一つだけ忠告してやる。どうやってという疑問は重要だ。それと同じくどうしてという疑問も大切だ。忘れるな。物事には理由がある。問題を解決するだけの女に主人公は務まらんぞ。
You need to cause problems too? Is that what you're thinking? Alright, one more person left. What do you think about your own master?
この女の話が聞きたいのか？見ての通りの女だが、どのあたりの逸話が聞きたい？現世にて迷える主情を救ったことか？それとも救いを求めてきた信者どもに食い物にされたことか？
アンデルセン、その話はおよしなさい。人様に聞かせるような気持ちのいい話ではないのですから。
事実を語っているまでだ。摂政院キアラ、地上にて細々と流れていた真言立川流最後の同志。この女は煩悩の救い手であり、それゆえに警告の美女でもある。多くの人間を救った後、その救った者たちに裏切られた。おぞましいのは、それでも己の生き方を変えず、人間どもに手を差し伸ばしたことだ。商いにも程がある。この女の菩薩癖はもはや奈良かそのものだ。
The Shingon Tachikawa School. I think I heard of Shingo Mikyo, and it is a sect of Buddhism, generally considered to be heretical. Supposedly, a man and a woman unify, and in a combined union destroy the border of the self, uniting with the universe through power drawn from the beyond. In other words, the fundamental idea of her technique is to achieve enlightenment. Incidentally, they worship the Dakini. The Dakini means the Danishi Buddha. In other words, Amaterasu. That's going to be interesting for Caster. Although it is all in the context of an early age, in the modern day, all magic and secret rituals have ceased. Even Mount Koya, which drove away the Shingon Tachikawa school from the recess of history, has opened up Buddhism in a new form. Anderson only shares bits and pieces, but it's not like Yara's Seshuin's ideologies are based on the Tachikawa school, and she saved many people from becoming spiritually lost. There's a reason why women like her joined the Holy Grail War. She must desire the Holy Grail War in order to...
買いかぶりですわ。衆生を救う。そのような大層な願い。私にできることは、私の欲を満たすことだけ。人々を救いたいという恥知らずな欲望から、私は他のマスターの方々と何も変わりません。どのような願いも等価値。願いの良し悪しなど他人と比べるものではないのです。
Yeah, I'm sure.
私は私のために、あなたはあなたのために。それが人の正しいあり方です。
また大層なことを。マスター、お前の快楽はお前だけでは成り立たぬもの。人を思っての救済ではない。奴らの身勝手な欲望を一身に引き受ける。それこそがお前の喜びだ。他人を食い物にするくせに、他人がいなければクソにも劣る。なんという汚らわしさ。お前こそこの世で最も醜悪な寄生虫だ。
Yeah, he really isn't wrong once you know Kiara's full story.
まあ、驚きましたわ。ミスター・ドランク。無用不要のお花畑。三流春画にも劣る物書き崩れと思っていましたが、形式だけはあるのですね。
These two are perfect for each other, I swear.
寄生虫。それこそ神の実名に相違ありません。
All of a sudden, for no real reason, a chill ran up my spine. Kiara catches Anderson's insults with a tender smile. That's because she appears to be beautiful beyond compare. While being called ugly, her philosophy is to smile righteously. Kiara Seshuin is genuine. She's not some sham priest by the side of the road. The thought of that sort of hell one must see, as I feared to reach that level, was enough to set a chill through me. And if you now look at our SG menu, we've got her first SG. It's kind of subtle, but they don't actually show the us getting the SG, which is kind of surprising. We mostly only need Kiara's SGs for the CCC round, which we aren't doing. But this thing carries over to New Game Plus, so might as well just get it right now, right? We can take a look at it for now. Profile. Name.
真言立川流継承者摂政院キアラと申します。
Height 166.
166センチです。アンデルセンと並ぶと余計に大きく見えてしまいますね。
I honestly think that's pretty average height for a woman. Birthday June 4th.
6月4日。年は重ねたくないものですね。
Alright. And her first SG is Pheromones. Kiara Seshuin's SG, an instinctual temptation that goes against reason. Pheromone is a general term for substances secreted and emitted from the bodies of animals to affect the behavior and physiological states of others from the same species. Put simply, a special constitution that is easier to love. Kiara Seshuin was a graceful individual, but was born with a condition that was at odds with her personality. She was vowed to liberate others from the earthly devices, but her constitution attracted many in the wrong way, and was confronted with reality every time. Instinct spoils reason, desire burns away ideals. Kiara, having been shown that humans were mere animals, yet accepting that she devoted her life to converting them, eventually decided to head for the Moon Cell, to the Holy Grail War. Also, the word for vow in Sanskrit and pranidharna, a promise, an oath that a bodhisattva takes for the sake of enlightenment and salvation of all living things. To become a bodhisattva, one must take 4 vows, also known as the complete vows. Pure vows will harbor power, eventually turning the bodhisattva into a Buddha. There we go. It was really subtle, it was really hidden there. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the library. Because it should... Yeah, there we go. Looks like the bookshops contain picture books and fairy tales. I happened to set upon a picture book, The Little Mermaid. I reached for it. The author is Hans Christian Andersen. That's right, Kiara Surratt. Him. There was a beautiful little mermaid who had just reached 15. She has rescued a human prince with a stormy sea and fell in love with him at first sight, but he was from the land. The smitten princess made a deal with the sea witch and traded her lovely voice for legs. However, her beloved prince was to marry another girl. Oh, poor little mermaid. If he doesn't fall in love with her, she is destined to dissolve into foam. This fairy tale, heralded a classic, is a very unrewarding story of love. Did that rude, caustic Andersen really write this? It's hard to believe since I know him. Maybe this is actually from a different person. I could consider asking Andersen himself about the Little Mermaid while I'm here. So yeah, the Little Mermaid ending was a bit different than the Disney version. First off, I think in the original, every time she walked there was like needles sticking into her legs. And also, she did dissolve into foam in the end. Spoilers, I guess. Andersen, what about this book? Look, something got stuck in your back teeth. Stuff in your back teeth and it won't come out. What's wrong? More trouble? A new landmine girl picking on you? Go on. It might be something we can discuss. I'm in a pretty good mood. I don't mind giving some advice, so talk to me. Andersen's so harsh as ever. Gotta say, it's a really good way of checking how well color drains from a person's face. Well, there is a little something in my mind right now, and it's about Andersen. I read a book about in the library, The Little Mermaid. Is this guy really the one who wrote that beautiful sad story? I was wondering what you were going to say, and here you're asking about if I really wrote The Little Mermaid, and you think it's beautiful. That. You're absolutely right. I won't even find the tragedy that's beautiful. You've got good taste, young lady. The author's just about to call the depressing story of The Little Mermaid a comedy. I'm starting to doubt if Andersen was actually one of the 3 best authors in the world. Maybe it's a fake with the same name. Feel better if that were the case. Jeez, you readers have wilder fantasies than the authors himself. That may be how I make business, but I prefer if you still wild fantasies. An author and the contents of its work are different. Or what? Are you going to come up with something like, one day my 100 long lost little sisters swooped down on me? What author writes books like that? Do you think those situations actually happen? Even village girls don't get as dreamy as that. Listen, authors do peddle their souls through books, but there are 2 kinds. Stories one wants to write, and stories one must write. That which sends an author's imagination flying freely, and most importantly, it's fun for the author. It's a story one wants to write. One which crucifies the author over their ideas, and most importantly makes the author suffer, is a story one must write. Many readers don't get the distinction. That's why they interpret the myriad of fairy tales I left behind the way they do. Which explains why I'm under the deluge of curses. My arms are covered with burn marks, my legs are covered with merman scales. After saying this, Andersen lifts the bottom of his pants slightly. It really is covered in fish scales underneath. See, that's the repulsive result of all those nasty rumors. Whoever wrote those books must have really been a lonely person. Those fanciful assumptions may have been fun for all of you, but they're the reason I was made to look this way. Understand? All the curses from all the readers who read The Little Mermaid are amassed on me. So, what am I then but an author? Dimwit with the head dancer than a village girl, I'm giving you this. This is a file summarizing my life. Make sure you read it well so you don't ask me a stupid question ever again. And we got his matrix. Unhappily saying so, Andersen personally hands me his data matrix. This kind of feels like exchanging business cards. Oh my goodness, Andersen. I never expected you to tell her all of this yourself. What happened to the man who kept everyone at a sharp, stung distance? Maybe you've taken a liking to Hakuno too. Yeah, it's thicker than an oversized barrel of wine. And it's just out of place here, Kiara. She knows nothing at all, so I'm playing it smart and avoiding being hounded by stupid questions in the future. No other reason. Sure, let's leave it at that. So then, which one was it actually? Huh? Which one was what? I'm talking about The Little Mermaid. I like that fairy tale too, so I'm using my effort as your master to order you. Which kind of book was it? Did you enjoy writing it, or did you suffer writing it? I'm curious about that. Well, based on what he was talking, he probably had to write it to reach a normal lesson, even though he didn't want to write it about a maiden's love. Dumbass. Obviously, I wrote it because I wanted to. Huh? I'm princess who gets obsessed with her wild imagination, runs amok, and destroys the only good thing about her, her beauty. It was so fun, I just had to write it. While I had a breakout of hives, while I held myself back from shouting, "Die, normies!" I truly apologize for letting someone with such a defective personality run loose. It's fine, Kiara. Doesn't need to apologize. His writing sensibilities are simply far removed from decent common sense. There's no warmth about his writing books. Anyways, wait only to patiently listen is all. What? You're looking at me like you got put to sleep too long, and now your cheap alcohols return into vinegar. Well, sure. I went a bit far with The Little Mermaid. I up and flew into a frenzy when I wrote it. I'm reflecting on it. Anderson begrudgingly restrains himself, closes his eyes, and reflects on his actions. I wonder if he somehow acts like a child because his physical age or his personality was always like this. Regardless, there's one servant I just can't out-hate. I think that's pretty much it. You don't have any other people, and that's it.
最近の若者は立ち読みさえしないのか。もういい。どこぞの動画でも見ているがいいさ。気にするな。俺も見ている。
He's not wrong. Anyways, we're gonna read it in a little bit. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and talk to Tiger. Here. That's... Thanks, Kinami. You got me a tool for digging a hole, which is nice. Nice. This looks like it'll do the trick. I'll give you this as a reward. I found this a while back as I was patrolling inside the school. Use it if it's useful to you. Tiger style window ornament. Alright, Teach is gonna dig until she hits the pay dirt. I'll contact you if I make it. Keep studying on your own until then, okay? Off she goes. Let's go ahead and see if Chinako has anything to say. So you're pretty popular right now. What's so weird about being a normie? Makes no sense to this, Shut-in. If Kana would shut his trap, wouldn't he become a sweet normie like Haku? But he's such a wimpy sprout, so prob's not. Are you okay? Are you saying I'm thin as a bean sprout? I see. It's pertinent. This is the first I've heard about thin bills being unpopular, though. If so, then you have the makings of one who is pretty popular, Jinako. Such you're the opposite of thin. You're implying I'm fat, yo. If you're supposed to be a servant, then be a little more sensitive about how your master feels. Huh? Isn't popular a compliment? That's not my point. Someone please rewrite the speech center in this guy's brain. Let me see. Anything else? I sure like to walk around aimlessly. How about you don't come here and instead go to the labyrinth and meet up with her, fair prince? Alright, that's it. Alright, let's just go to my room, just take a look at Anderson's stuff, and then take a look at the ornament too. There you go, nice little curtains. Anything new, Saber? Okay. Anyways, Matrix. Anderson. Innocent monster. And then his background. Innocent monster. An indication of the excess gossip of absurd truth, regardless of the actual person's will or appearance. In Anderson's case, it's the curse to the readers. His fairy tales become too well known. Anderson's original personality was painted over the image by the image of an author of fairy tales. As a servant, Anderson's limbs are being corroded by the image of the fairy tales that represented him. Though hidden by his Western-style clothing, the skin underneath is afflicted by merman scales, match burns, and frostbite. When he speaks, his throat is sliced with intense pain. Which, yep, that's the Little Mermaid and the Little Match Girl. The match burns and the frostbite. Background. A real person, born in 1805, died in 1875 by liver cancer. He still lived 70 years, which is impressive. He was known as one of the three great authors now, but half of his life was filled with setbacks and frustrations. Born as the son of a cobbler, he aspired to be an actor, but gave up without results. Then he aimed to be a poet, but received harsh criticism. Finally, a book he published himself began to sell decently well. With the profits, he took a trip aboard. On that trip, he found inspiration for his groundbreaking work, the improvisatore, and was finally acknowledged by the world. He was 30. Thereafter, he shifted to writing fairy tales, but choosing to become an author of fairy tales because they were liked better than his more honest works caused him only pain. As if to represent that, his fairy tales are full of violence, misfortune, poverty, and portray them in a way that seems death with salvation. In the form of fairy tales, he continued to depict the grief of the desperate poverty and hopelessness of death as the only escape from it, all while masking the feelings swirling in his chest with beautiful composition. Still, when after gaining fame, he lived out his life as a bachelor without the company of women. One theory is that he was someone who had feelings for, but due to prior complex regarding his appearance, he missed countless opportunities to confess. He died of liver cancer at age 70. It is said he died grasping a letter from his first love, which he always had in his person. Yeah, that's the letter I was talking about a few parts ago. Anyways, that's all we have for him. Let's get out of here and talk to the gang. Then, shall we? Good morning, Hakuno. That bad hair, as far as I can see, it must mean you slept well. That is wonderful. I wanted to search the ice floor of the labyrinth today. After that, let's see if we can find anything on Passion Lip. I know, it's understood. But are we not going to look for our memories? We weren't able to find anything like it on the 7th floor. Let me see. Okay, so we don't have anything else to collect. And only after the 3rd floor, so we're pretty good at this point. Yeah, we're pretty good. Now, Passion Lip's first etchie that you obtained yesterday was itself a big hint about our memories, which can be become any trash. Even if it's hiding secret data, I wonder if there's any other data elsewhere. We can conclude that our memories are in her breast valley based on what we know, but it's highly likely that our memories were left under Passion Lip's control, so that they may be disposed when need be. Them being stored there means we can just reach out into it easily. You can't reach into it, got it? If you're going to be bold and attempt anyways, I won't stop you. However, let's search the labyrinth first. Since you're extracting SGs, please direct contact with Passion Lip is inevitable. When possible, please take a look around her for our memories. Alright, prepare to go to the labyrinth. Naturally, we won't make any mistakes on our side. Mission start. Let's just go ahead and have a chat. Hey, Sakura. Good morning. Looks like you slept well last night. I can tell by looking at your face. I don't even need to scan you. I am an apprentice at Health Management AI after all. Of course, I didn't forget about bringing supplies. Okay, please take this. Nice. The student council can back you up physically, but we can't give care for mental fatigue. Please take care of your body. Yep, alright, what about you, Gato? Don't worry about Jinako, now's the time. Yep, it's the usual. What about you, Horin? Her chest is her SG. Her chest being an SG. There's so much showing already. How can even be a secret? If there's such a bother, why not share it with people who could use some? Eh? You want to know what I'm talking about? Keep asking the obvious. If you keep pretending to be thick-headed, I really will kill you. Hear me? Now, Ren, you really don't need that. Her chest, you're perfect as you are. Good morning. In this old school, it's evening all day long, I see. I feel a little dissatisfied. It's very intriguing how Passion Lip's special characteristics became an SG itself. It wasn't that way with Miss Dosaka and Ren and Rani. Maybe it's already really just because she's an alter ego. It looks like they differ from normal people. There you go, Ain. Good morning. We were just finishing breakfast. It was a good opportunity to decide to prepare a meal for Leo today. How was your breakfast, Leo? Yes, it was horrible. After you finished running 100 laps around the grounds, please study under Sakura Rin, Sir Gawain. How can this be? Even though I had the best ingredients prepared. My lord, there's something wrong with your palate. I think that might not be the issue here. Gawain, even with the best ingredients, you can't call it cooking when you simply mash them and serve them. even a junk food junkie like me gotta say no thanks to that. Okay, Pigos on a farm. Only Pigos on a farm will eat that. Now, the scraps even Pigos will oink and snort at. What did you say? But the king would wolf it all down, silent and expressionless, cool as always. Ha ha ha, Sir Gawain. Then sure was blessed in the good Lord. But this is something I won't compromise on. From now on, I order Sir Gawain shall hold absolutely nothing save for his holy sword. Knights aren't really suited for the kitchen. I, Gawain, am yet inexperienced in the field of cooking. I have no choice now. I vow to be even more diligent. I shall heap together an even denser stack of potatoes. No need to concern. In my case, I can make everything threefold as long as it's daytime. As if I wasn't reflecting on anything. Sir Gawain is the strongest. No, never mind. This is bad. We need to do something about this night, quick. Alright, we got no information on Arturia then. She just eats whatever, apparently. Not that it's not new information, but still. Hey Shinji, anything new? Yep, nothing new. Alright. Let's go on to the schoolyard. Actually, let's go to the first floor. I want to see if we can buy anything. I wanted to buy the mystic codes, right? We can buy them. Let's go for the mermaid's robes. And for now, let's not replace it. Anything. And we still need this one. We'll get it in the next floor. Let me just see if Kiara has anything new. No, it's the usual, and I don't think Jinako has anything new as well. It's always good. I'm never sure which character has anything new to say. Open up. Nope, alright, let's get out of here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Damn it. Scroll too far. It's number 3. There we go. Well, only one more guy to talk to. What are we up to? Did you know when inside the Sakura Labyrinth you can move your POV with the L button and the R button? If you haven't done it already, try looking around that way. Yeah, it's kind of impossible to not look around. It's kind of hard with a fixed camera. Anyway, let's go to the 8th floor. Hey buddy, how are you doing here? Another figure stood before us. There's no way I could mistake that green cloak. It's the servant that appeared alongside Bibi before, Archer.
Yo, やってるね、お嬢さん。BB の嫌がらせにも負けず、ほんとご苦労様だこと。
懲りずに現れたな、アーチャー。しかし、未だ BB のソークとは。
I mean, considering all the other servants we had to fight, this makes the most sense there would be you. It would be either you or Ryder, but yeah, you'd make the most sense for BB style.
一癖ある男だったが、そこまで腰の軽い男だったか？
そりゃ腰は軽いですよ。ハンサムの武器だからね。まあ、オタク相手には振るわれないが。
There's no hostility to be seen in Green Archer. Looks like he doesn't plan on fighting us here, but
ああ、俺の仕事はほぼ終わりだ。オタクら記憶を探してるんだって。そりゃあまずい。大変まずい。何がって、そりゃ BB が一番してほしくないことだ。
Yeah, of course she doesn't want us to find it. BB knows we're searching for our memories. No, we have to keep it cool. It's not a big surprise. BB can't touch in the old school, but she can look and listen inside. We can't hide anything from BB, aside from in restricted places like in my room. As long as we're all in the student council team, there's no way we can prevent information from leaking out.
そういうこと。このエリアはあの爪女の領域なんだが、都合の悪いことにベータの管理もあいつの役割でね。
Yep, Claw Girl is a passionate lip.
ほらあれ、基本どんくさいだろ。BB も心配になって俺を使わしたわけ。まあ、その他にちょいと懐かしい装備もある。 BB 的にはそっちも渡したくないんだとよ。ついでに隠してくれと頼まれた。じゃあな、隠すもんは隠した。あとはゆっくりおたくらの奮戦ぶりを眺めさせてもらうだけだ。何しろ戦えとは命令されていないんでね。せいぜい歩き回って時間を無駄に使ってくれ。
Alright, dickhead, let's go. And he's off. Or I mean, he turned invisible and then he's off.
待てアーチャー。顔のない王は健在か。奇襲に使わなくなったのは助かるが、奏者よ、面倒な話になったぞ。アーチャーのやつも迷宮中のデータを隠したに違いない。
Yeah, we gotta remember that, like, we basically won round 2 because Dan and Archer here were completely incompatible. But right now, he should be in his element, but still, I think BB is, like, holding him back even a little bit. Because we would be dead if he were to ambush us. But the thing is, BB doesn't want us dead. She wants to capture us by what we've seen in the defeat messages from Rin and Rani.
あやつにはまとったものを透明にする宝具があるのだ。それを使っているのだろう。ナビは当てにするな。しらみつぶしに探すしかあるまい。
That means we can't rely on
この
the
迷宮の仕掛けはどんなものか。
on the minimap, the map here. Just have to use our eyes, basically. Huh? I feel like I brushed against something just now. Did I imagine it? You didn't imagine it. I see a small mass of data. Try looking around here. Something looking like a shard of glass popped up from inside the item holder. What is this? It appears the data has been partitioned. We won't know what kind of data it is until we try reconstructing it. Memory data. Handled in such a crude way. Be it as it may, the Green Archer was saying maybe has me concerned. Hakuno, search the area. If there are other partitions of data, recover them. We'll prepare the reconstruction. Judging by the structure, the data is divided into roughly 4 parts. If there should be 3 more of these, please retrieve them. That archer was a sharp tongue, but he's attentive to his work. Let's brace ourselves and continue on. Invisible item holders. This is gonna be a real pain in the neck. Once again, let's run around the labyrinth. Well, looks like there she is. How do we not see her? She's so big. Just with a strange chill. Look around but don't see anything out of the ordinary. Must have imagined it. Alright, let's go retrieving the partition data. About item folders on floor 8. Green Archer's Noble Phantasm faces King is active. Due to that, the item folders are invisible and can't be seen. Although they can't be seen, they can still be obtained. We meet again, she came to see me, I'm so glad, that must be fate. Alright, so, normally just they're in the middle of the things, just walk until you hit an invisible wall. Anyways, I like the...
スキャンでも捉えることができません。
面倒ですが、物理的に遮断された4階よりはマシですよ。
This game has a lot better maps and a lot better like gimmicks for the maps. Because the other ones in X-Ray they did get a bit repetitive of a while since we're just literally just farming areas with the occasional meddling of the enemy in the arena. And this one we have a lot more gimmicks to break up the gameplay a little bit, which is nice. There we go. She's walking around like usual. They're really not scared of me. We also aren't seeing a passion lip. She rescued me, so I know she's a good person. I hope they get to talk, just the 2 of us. There we go. It's also rub against the areas. Yeah, it's roughly like when you see a big open area, it's roughly in the center. It's not a really big secret as to where the hell they are. A bit of a necessary critic there, Saber, but. I know the sight of you running around like that because I've always been watching. I've known you since the time I was born. I've always known you. Okay, ladies. Bit creepy. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. Come here. One. And even there, but we didn't get hit.
悪くはなかったな。工夫にかけた演目だったな。
Uh-huh. Yeah, right, there they are. Let me see. I don't think there's any secret passageways in this particular floor, but it's always good to check. Come here.
当然のよカレーに決め鈍いな。
There we go. Get just one cycle, these guys. Abuser. Yeah, the names of the enemies are also a bit, thematic. That's 1, 2, and we reach 3. There we go. Yep. Alright, so go down here. I think there's one over there. Alright, that's perfect actually. Nice. That critical was great because we didn't even have to do the third one and waste time. The fourth partition of data. This should be all of them. Yes, job well done. We're setting up to reconstructing the data. Please come by the student council room with them in hand. Yep, we're going back. Thankfully, they just teleported us out of there, so there's no need to actually be worried there. You just to go back. While we're here, I think I have enough money to buy the. Nah, we're pretty. Nah, we don't have enough. Where is it? Let's buy a few of these. We only get them on this chapter, so might as well get a few of them. Hey Shinji, anything new? Alright, nothing new. Alright, what can you guys take care of this? Welcome back. Did you have all the partition data? Perfect. Okay, Ronnie, please begin the reconstruction. Leo hands the partition data to Ronnie. Well then, I'll leave Ronnie to her work and relax for a bit. Reconstruction complete. For this to take any more than 5 seconds is total nonsense. Huh? This is why I hate Superstar staff. I've got no time to even slack off. This wouldn't even take 3 seconds, so what's in it? It has an immense array of item folders with unknown purposes, as if they're packed under the lid of a pot. To be frank, it's trash. This is Green's Archer's handiwork, huh? Didn't think you would make it easy, but the results are more disappointing than I imagined. I'm sorry, Hakuno. I made a mistake. With my decision, I ended up wasting your time. Lee apologized with meek, downcast eyes. Sure, searching for transparent treasure was an annoying job, but all things considered, we couldn't not check this partition data was. Hearing you say that really helps. Let's make up for lost time and redouble our efforts. Okay, as soon as you're ready, please head to the labyrinth again. This time, we'll focus on tackling Passionlip. Although I'm pretty sure that data's gonna come back later. This is the same as usual. Ronnie, anything to say? No, as usual. Okay, let's get back. I'm pretty sure that that data is gonna come back later. Alright, let's go. Luckily, the gates have been destroyed. Huh? The door was shut just a while ago. Suddenly it's opened. No, the door was destroyed. It's structurally in pieces, as if it was torn up and rolled up. Looks like all the doors through the 8th floor have been completely twisted off. We can press on thanks to that, but it wouldn't be best to stay alert, right? Currently, we have yet to detect any signs of passion lip. For now, head all the way to the end and take a look around. Yep, that's pretty much her handiwork. It's kind of nice they made a custom texture for this, because they were in the extra the gates were never destroyed; they were just deactivated. Anyways, we can keep going. Just basically a shortcut this thing. Over here, we've already reached the level threshold, so we don't need to. Just need to kill the enemies that are ahead of us. There we go. There we got it, even there. Oh my god, really? There we go. That was 3 hit points, that was ridiculous. Alright, we're almost at the end here. Hold, Praetor. There was a raspy sound behind us, like metal claws scraping against the floor. I personally can't hear anything, but Saber seems to have heard an unsettling sound. Without turning my head around, I cautiously pan my gaze towards our rear. Praetor, she's watching us. She's watching us very intently. Passion lips makes no indication of moving. She's giving us an intense, passionate stare. Should we run, or should we face her? Hey, just what are you doing? Huh? Archer? What are you, doing here? That's what I'm asking you. I take my eyes off you for 1 second. Why are all the doors in the labyrinth smashed? That's because Haku suddenly disappeared. I was searching around, but she really was nowhere to be found. The paths were so narrow and the doors are such a nuisance. That's why I destroyed them. That's normal, right? Normal goes and crush barriers made to keep out servants when they get angry. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, I'll be more careful. I happen to have a request. Could you hide this data for me? Lip timidly puts her tremendous claws out towards Archer. Data in the cube's shape, 5 centimeters all around. It definitely held pitched at the tip of her tremendous claw. I wonder, if that's more compressed data. You got some bad taste. Don't push your leftovers into another servant. It's so heavy that I can't even hold on to it anyhow. Please, just toss it away and that cleavage of yours like you usually do. Anything can fit in it, right? They're so big it's actually wasteful. Huh? But I like this thing. If I hold it onto this, Mother will get mad. Also, these aren't a waste, so again, hide this for me, please. Make it so no one, not even Mother, can see it. Make it transparent. Sorry, no can do. It's a pain in my ass. Also, how about you try getting off your ass? I mean, you won't just gobble it up whole. You two are powered up with the goddess skills, yeah? So just swallow it whole and get it over with. Who knows, your slowpoke legs might just get a speed up. Look, if I eat any more, my weight, something like with body fat in my belly will, Anyways, I'm using my right as an alter ego to order you. Please take this data and deal with it. Also, if you get too friendly with that person, I'll follow you around, so... Ooh, you got a hell of a lot worse than Lancer. Ahem. So you're telling me to get serious and get to work, yeah? Flash and Lip and Archer left. It doesn't look like they're on good terms with each other. Also, we managed to avoid getting attacked. Once again, not getting on with his contractor. I don't know if that man even learns, or is just rebellious. However, the glint of Archer's eyes seems different now. Praetor, The credit is yours. You straightened up a bit, it seems. That aside, Fashion Lip is a way of blocking out her own presence. I wonder if it was so hard to detect sight of her. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Anyways, where were we? Always the output of our scan for now. Yeah, looks like she isn't nearby. Then you continue the search. Until she makes a move, prioritize grasping the layout of the floor. Will do. Let me just check. Okay, everything's alright. Let's keep going then. Just checking around the area. No secrets. Nah, we're all good. Aha, there we go. Yep, can't go this way for now at least. There's the fountain over there. Can't go anyway. Oh, there we go. It is like slightly different. You can look at it a little bit and see this one is slightly brighter. Yeah, that's like the tell. Alright, it should be enough. Now if we get hit. Honestly, I should have just used skills. We have a fountain right next to us. Yeah, let's use that then. There you go. Damn it. You still do 200 damage, which is really good. 200 damage while guarding? 500. Ooh, that's good. We do quite a bit of damage while guarding, which is awesome. Ah, there you go. You can see like slightly there's a shadow there. You can see it barely on the where the item folder is. They are still invisible, the item folders, so yeah. This is just a whole bunch of pay attention to the map. Otherwise, we're gonna get a bit stuck there. You can see it. This is a bit hard to tell, but you can sort of tell. Anyways, let's see. I think there should be one around here. Not here, but the other way then. Let's go to the bottom. That's where we need to go. There we go. One more should do it. Of course, choose the wrong one. There we go. I think there's one. No, it doesn't look like there are a few items there. It does look like there's a shadow, but there isn't. Nicely done, and a critical too. One now down. Nice. Oh my god, really? There we go. Nope, it's really just this really is just an area for grinding, I guess. Because the should be one over here, right? Or one over here. There should be a item. No? Meh. Anyways, go down here. Can go either way, I think, or just one way. Just one way. That's 2, and that's 3. Nice. That should be half as health. Nice. Alright. That's perfect. There you go. That should be a level up. It is. Nice. We go down. And down. And this is a maze, this one. Because we don't know which area there is, so... Nicely done. There we go. As you can see, we can't go anywhere else, so yeah, it's a bit of a maze of choosing the correct passage. Ah, get guarded. Is he gonna guard twice? I have a feeling that's gonna happen. Nope. Perfect. Alright. Saber can deal with the rest. There we go. There's item folders around. Ah, damn it. There we go. That's 1. That's 2, and that should be enough. Alright, whatever. We have the way to go anyways in the map. I kind of want to make sure that one's drawn there too, so... Yep, that's just nothing. And yeah, this way just leads to this guy over here, so... There we go. There's this, no... What leads there? What leads there? Maybe it's this way and then we go down. Yeah, I think that's it. There we go. There we go, that's half his health. And one more attack to do it. There we go. Alright, it's time to grab the thing we came here for. I wonder what the deal is here. According to Green Archer, all the item folders should be transparent. No, this might be a trap too. I tried asking Saber for an opinion. Are you making you fool of me? It's an item, can't you see? Let's go and get it. It's very suspicious. I think what's inside must be a treasure we've been waiting for. Saber doesn't seem to think it's a trap either. Then I guess I'll go ahead and take it. I'll just pop a save just in case, and let's go. I got girl's uniform. Yep, this is the other thing collectible we could get, but we got it automatically in the store, so there's no worry to miss it.
密かに世のお気に入りであった。嬉しい。確かに嬉しい。それを着られると、そなたの初々しくもどかしい姿がまぶたの裏を踊り回るほどだ。しかし、それは世だけの特殊スキル。BB にはなぜこれを保管していた？
Saber's right. This uniform is of no particular value. Green Archer said that BB sealed it here. Why would BB forbid something like this?
アルター援護反応近いです。気をつけて。接敵まであと3、2、1、0。
There she is.
おい、これはどういうことだ？こっちのフォルダの隠蔽はオタクに任せたはずなんだが。
私、ちゃんとやりました。フォルダ、透明になってましたから。
なってねえよ。見えてたよ、俺。何？すぐバレる嘘でごまかすとか、オタク。
でも、ここ遠くて。
Yeah. She couldn't make it invisible, so she just hid it in the farthest away possible place.
遠くねえよ。出口のすぐ近くでしょ。入り口付近まで足運んだ俺の方が遠かったでしょ。つうか、こっちの方がいいって言ったのはてめえだよな。顔のない王も切り取って貸してやったのに何してんの？
It is surprising that this thing can still work even being ripped apart.
あれ、綺麗なグリーンだったから、私のリボンにできないかなって。でも、脆くてすぐ破けちゃって。アーチャーさんの宝具って見た目だけで役に立ちませんよね。
Yeah, I don't think Archer's gonna be very happy with that.
てめえにくれてやったわけじゃねえよ。肝心の仕事はほったらかしで裁縫の真似事に夢中。いやマジどうなってんのよその頭。いいよ白状しちまえよ。胸ばっかり栄養いって脳みそ空っぽなんだろ。
空っぽじゃないわ。ちょっと面倒だなって思っただけで。
ああ、なお悪いわ。この面倒くささ、もう手の施しようもないですわ。悪いのは頭じゃなくて性格だったわ。
You may be thinking why Archer is being so mean. He normally isn't mean by the sake of being mean. He's just a bit of a smartass. So it might be a little bit out of character, just like the Alice's. But I guess we'll see. We will see why that is right now in her SG2. I think it was two.
こりゃ BB がリップをくれぐれもよろしくなんて。どんなに強くても使えねえもんオタク。何？グズ系？そんなんじゃ友達もいないだろう。
友達なんて私いらないし、いなくても平気だし。
いや涙目で言われてもこれ泣くようなことじゃないでしょ。むしろ反省して頭下げるところでしょ。
Passion Lip is getting a nerd and scolding. Archer is getting heated with his candid advice and seems to be disregarding us. From what I heard, it seems Passion Lip was interested in concealing this folder, but she went on a boycott. As a result, we were able to grab this mystic code without any problems. It's natural for Archer to be angry, but this isn't like him. Yes.
アーチャーは気づいていないが、明らかに精神異常だ。あやつ、秒単位で冷静さを欠いているぞ。あやつは攻める側の行動をエスカレートさせる色気があるというか。正直、世もあのエゴを見ているとこう、ムラムラくる。いじめたくて仕方がない。すみません。ご上心感に反応はありませんか？私の方ではもう、SG を補足しているんですけど。
Seriously? But we're not doing anything to her. It's just Archer here criticizing Passion Lip.
それがあのエゴの心の隙。いえ、特性なのでしょう。ラニの時と同じです。あの映画自身、自分の秘密を分かっていない。ですが今、 アーチャーによってその特性があらわになっている。
SG は観測者、対峙者であるあなたが命名しなければ形になりません。
Yeah, we have to name
ファッ
it.
ションリップの特性が何であるか明確。
That's going to be an unexpected chance for a free SG. The distinctive quality of a passion lip is that it makes you want to bully her. She makes you want to bully her. If I had to be specific, I would say she has a masochistic constitution, doesn't she?
ビンゴ、的確な推理よ。あっちが正気に戻る前にサクッと抜いちゃって。
In an agreement with Rin's commands, I stretch out my left hand towards Lip. This is a chance. While Archer is wrapped around in bullying Lip, I feel ashamed to sneak attacking like this, but I'm going to extract that SG. There we go, SG2.
しまった、いつの間に。おい、意識はあるかオタク。こんなところで暴走すんなよ。
私大丈夫です。ちょっとチクッとしただけで。
それならいいってよくねえよ。なんで抵抗しねえんだよ。最後の一枚になっちまったじゃねえか。
別にいいですよ。私気にしません。アーチャーさんは器が小さいです。最後の一枚をきっちり守れば結果的には同じじゃないですか。ちまちま走り回るの疲れるし、そういう細かいことはアーチャーさんにお任せします。
Yeah, sucks to be you, Archer.
真理っすね。敵ながら見どころあるっすよ、あのさくらさん。あんな物臭な AI と一緒にしないでください。
That's a cute face.
参った。まさかこんな理由でここまでの仕事を台無しにするとはね。もう忍耐の限界だ。 BB に目をつけられようが、てめえにはきついお仕置きをしなくちゃ気が済まねえ。ほら、尻を出しな。昔から悪ガキにはこれと決まってんだ。
Buddy.
なんでいじめるんですか。嫌です。
When it is turned to kindergarten, Archer, frenzied, reaches his hand out to grab hold of Lip. So I call out, hold it. I call out to Archer, hold it. No matter how much she deserved it, how she may deserve what she gets, Traumatic and Turtle is fundamentally wrong.
ああ、おたくらは関係ないだろう。引っ込んで。いや、待て待て。
Yeah,
何熱くなってんだ俺。
about time you came to your senses, buddy.
調子狂うぜ。ああ、やめやめ。俺の仕事はここまでだ。あとは自分で責任取りな。
Archer flipped his green cloak around and left. Hollis left his passion lip dejected after being scolded by Archer.
また助けてくれた。今度も助けてくれた。私の王子様。なんと。
This is developed with the catastrophe. Clearly, the misunderstandings are getting worse. I would also like to point out that not that it's a big deal, it should be calling you a princess or even... but shouldn't she be calling me princess or even queen, not prince?
もう手遅れです。私もうあなたのことしか考えられない。大好き。
Oh
大
boy.
好き。大好き。大好き。大好き。
Oops, sorry. Passion Lip's red pupils are pointed straight at me. I feel an intense discomfort and chill. Something's not right here. I feel her affection. I feel like her affection is lethal, not the kind I know. There are no other emotions between it. No, her pure affection is one that nothing can obstruct. It's not that Passion Lip is looking only at Haku no Kishinami. She's intentionally not looking at anything besides Haku no Kishinami.
うわあ、また厄介なのに気に入られたわね。
You're about to talk, Tosaka.
でもこれはチャンスよ。行為につけ込むようで気が引けるけど、記憶の保管場所を問い詰めてみて。
Rain brought up a good point. If we clash, the alter ego will have an overwhelming advantage. She's technically had me beat since the beginning. The only reason I've been making out alive is due entirely to Lip's unaggressive personality. If I can lead her just right, we might be able to talk our way through the labyrinth and get our stolen memories back. As for the memories BB stole are...
記憶、あなたの記憶ですか？
Oh, yeah.
それなら私が保管しています。
Looks like we're gonna have to dig in then.
秘密については話せません。あなたも秘密には手を出さないと約束してください。
At least for that, we already have 2 of them.
そうじゃないと私、耐えられない。お願いです。約束してください。
The light is a fierce determination kindles in Passion Lip's eyes. She wasn't talking to herself. Lip's voice, filtered by only sadness, pleads for her not to take the memories. But I can't make the promise. The recovery of our memories is non-negotiable. I have to know how Haku no Kishinami is.
そうですか。じゃあ、ちょっと痛くしますね。お母様に叱られてしまうから。助けてもらったけど、助けてあげません。この女には貸し借りの礼儀がないらしい。応戦するぞ、マスター。
Yeah, right. Fight. Is that our only option, I think? Alright, the correct option is no. Rather let's talk.
お話？本当に私とお話ししてくれるんですか？そなた、正気か？
I mean, we can't win. Literally. Saber is understandably surprised, but a conversation is not the question. Even if our senses of value were to be different, we could still come to a mutual understanding. So let's get out of this mess through a rational discussion. The silence is excruciating. Passion Lips giving me an expectant look. It was hasty. I was hasty. I said I wanted to talk, but I never had anything to talk about in the first place. At this point, I feel like if I reply with that now, Passion Lip will end up attacking us with her full power.
それ見たことか。そなた、自分で何とかせよ。
Useless Emperor. Passion Lip's gaze stings. Unable to endure it, I reply with something to butter her up. You sure have a nice name.
はい、私もそう思います。パッションリップという名称は好きです。
Looks like I got her on her side, coming out of the blue with that. I pressed the opportunity to ask about who gave her that name.
私です。お母様、あの女が自分の名前は好きにつけていいって私、壊すことしかできないアルターエゴですけど、せめて好きな花の名前をつけたくて。
The name of a flower. Passion flower. Tulip. Maybe it's a combination of both. Passion flowers symbolize just that. Passion. Crisis passion. Tulips represent various kinds of love.
照れましたので逃げます。次も戦うよりお話をしてください。
And off she goes. I guess she had her fill with just that, so Passion Lip actually left us alone. For some reason, I feel like I might have established some needless headaches down the line, but since we were spared, I'll consider this a win.
今回も直接対決は起きませんでしたね。決戦に備えてアルターエゴの戦力を見ておきたかったのですが、いえ、ここは素直に無事を喜びましょう。
Yeah, we were kind of low on MP, so we really couldn't take her on.
レオって案外心配性だったのね。どのみち次は戦うしかないんだから、データを取って万全を期したいんでしょうけど。心配性っていうか、 過保護か。あなたの命第一の考えだものね、これ。
Makes sense. We are the only scouting party here, so...
憶測はご自由に。お疲れ様でした。帰還してください。
Okay, so stop talking. It's a short distance away, so please, activate the checkpoint and return. As usual, report after having yourself a nap. Mission clear. Let's get out of here.
早く戻ろう。世は華やかな湯あみがしたい。こんな輝きはそなたにふさわしい。
Alright, the last place we need to go is just get out of here, so... Let's get out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is for today. Not much to say. Next part is probably gonna be fighting passionately, but I don't remember if there's a third floor. Pretty sure. Ah, God damn it! It's... Okay, it's the other way. Pretty sure there is a third floor, or maybe the third floor is just the boss fight. Something like that, yeah. Alright, there we go. And there we go, we can finally get out of here. Hey Julius. So you made it back. I had to drop what I was doing and race back from the lab. Too much to my chagrin. Regardless, I had to come back due to the circumstances. Don't mind me. Rest up. We'll be putting you to work again tomorrow. Yep, sorry. I ran out of return crystals. I took off once I got word you obtained an SG. Well, nice of you. Alright, let's go to the second floor and then we can take a look at the SG. We can take a look at the SG anyway when we get into our room, so let's do that. Shall we? Anything to say, Saber? No. Anything new on matrices? Yes, we did. Breath Valley. A simple trash box. As a function of tucking away unneeded data files, also known as a recycle bin. In Passionlip's case, the icon is set right in the middle of her chest for some reason. But to put it frankly, it's a pocket of imaginary space. It can hold anything as long as it's trash. Passionlip has crushed it into dust data. She can store an infinite amount, no matter how much there is. Though it seems contradictory, even objects that exceed Passionlip's own memory storage can be thrown in there. At first glance, it seems like a convenient function, but since dust data can't be restored to its original form, it's a merely meaningless function. It appears that Passionlip acquired its unique structure because she's the type of girl that bottles up her feelings, leading to self-destruction and self-harm. Presence concealment, A+. It's kind of surprising that a person of her size with her giant claws can have this, but yeah, it makes sense why she was stalking us so effectively. A skill that allows one to act while hidden. Though a skill inherent to an assassin class, perhaps due to her personality, Passionlip has acquired it as well. Present concealment is excellent due to her timidness and caution, but her giant claws end up giving her away. If it weren't for the claws, she'd make an excellent stalker. As a side note, though no one has noticed it, she's been following Hakuno Kushinami since early on, observing from the shadows, or something to that effect. That's all there we got. All she wrote. Let's end the day. Let's take a look. Masochistic Constitution. Let me see. I think it's the free sizes.
160、63、87です。ちょっとだけ大きいです。
Birthday April 10th.
4月10日です。今決めました。
Yeah, makes sense. They don't really have a birthday. What do you look for in a partner?
いっぱい してください。可愛がってくれると嬉しいです。
And how do you spend your free time?
お料理の練習とか。でも動くとすぐにお腹が空きます。
Alright, masochistic constitution. Masochism refers to being tormented by others and being attacked without cause. It's more of a characteristic Passion Lip has than an SG, regardless of what Lip does or doesn't want. Anyone who sees her has their inner sadism stoked and picks on Lip for no particular reason. Though a characteristic akin to a curse, whenever she's used to being bullied or simply forgetful, Lip has the ability to recover from it pretty quickly. When Alice made fun of her dull wit, she wasn't just calling her some movements slow, but also that means that she was shameless. Passion Lip was born from BB's victim side. She was born as a vent for desires, a scapegoat, consigned to take the aggression of others. It's unknown if she herself accepts this, but since this SG exists, it's certain that she's ashamed of it. Passion Lip is the very picture of a girl who's abused by violence born from a desire for control, as a sacrifice to the desires of the opposite sex. But which one can you say is a real victim? Attracting others without cause, as a strength of the body, is not the same as a carnivorous plant inviting insects to be preyed upon with its sweet nectar. I mean, not really, but you pop off, I guess. Now you have the second SG. I think that next we'll finally have a showdown with her. That girl is the composite of multiple heroic spirits. Thinking about it rationally, she's a far more powerful being than I am right now. Yeah, I'm not talking about chest, I'm talking about basic abilities. Specs, got it? Anyways, she has one flaw. Her personality is pretty unsuitable for battle. Bridging the gap between our strengths will rest on her insight and tactics. It's obvious at this point, but I'm counting on you, Praetor. Let's save, and let's go on to the next day. Floor 9. It's been a few hours since we explored the 8th floor. We recovered from our fatigue. Plus, Leo and the others should have news for us by now. Let's go to the student council room and report what happened yesterday. And that's gonna be it for us. Alright everyone, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Oh wait, actually, before we do anything, I almost completely forgot about this.
しばしの休息を。
Ta-da, it's our old uniform, except the skirt is incredibly short this time. I'm pretty sure the skirt is a lot longer. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a reference. Hold on a moment, this seems a bit off. Hold on, Haku no Kishinami. No, it really is that short. It's only, the only difference is we aren't using your leggings. Yeah, the skirt is that short. But since she's not wearing any leggings, it looks shorter than usual. It's kind of funny in a way. Anyways, now for real, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.